Hey guys, my name is Divya. I'm a doctor and I've held a management role with a healthcare company for a while. I've been doing a series of videos on my channel to help everybody in the community get certified with whatever certifications they're working on. I've done an entire series on SHRM and PMP, and there are other certifications, specific certifications that I'll be talking about soon on my channel. So right now I'm in the middle of a series which basically is titled How to Study for Your Certification Exams. So I do hope that you're following it and you're finding it helpful. If you are, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. It would keep me motivated. Okay guys, so welcome back to part 9. Part 9 of the series of how to study for certification exams. I hope you're enjoying this journey as much as I am, because I really didn't think it would become a series where I'd have so much to talk about, but it turns out that I have a lot to say and a lot to share. So once again, I do hope you're enjoying these. So we've done 8 videos on this topic, guys. It went from the application to the pre-reading to how do you start studying, how do you join a WhatsApp group, etc., etc. It's been a whole thing, a whole to-do. And today the assumption is that you've been studying a few months for your certification. You're more than halfway through. You are very near the exam, and now you're wondering what to do. So here are a few things, guys. I just wanted to share 3 tips today of what to do towards the end. You know, what I call the last lap, the last mile of the marathon, and how do you really study. So I've stressed on this before, use active recall, use spaced repetition while studying, and practice exams are really, really important. So let's just say this is the last month that you're studying and you have your exam within a month. So for about 2.5 to 3 weeks, I will be solving questions, I will be studying, I will be taking timed practice exams in exam-like settings. I think that is really, really, really important. I've done that for every single certification exam that I've taken. But towards the last week, the last 7 to 10 days, pick your number, guys. Pick your number, 7 days, 8 days, 9 days, 10 days. It really depends on you. For the last 7 to 10 days, I would just be reviewing my notes and not solving questions. So this is the time to sort of go back to basics, reinforce, ensure the knowledge is cemented, and move on from there. So really that was my tip number 1 for today. The last 7 to 10 days, just stop solving exams, practice exams specifically. If you're answering a question here or there, on a WhatsApp group with a friend, it doesn't really matter. Totally makes sense. But don't go in for lengthy exams last 7 to 10 days. You've already been studying for 4 to 6 months. All you have to do is sit down, reinforce all that knowledge, review your notes and material. So one caveat here, a lot of this comes from certain management exams that I've taken and other you could call theoretical or application-based exams that I've taken. I do think this would apply to other areas also, like coding or development or those other certifications that are out there. But if you disagree with me, I totally understand. This is just my experience that has been, with the exams that I've taken. Also the clinical exams, don't forget my pharmacological knowledge, because that is really important and dear to me. So in all these exams, certifications, licensures, this has really worked. Last 7 to 10 days, don't solve questions, keep it for the weeks prior, and then just review your notes and material for the last 7 to 10 days. Tip number 2, I've talked about this before on my channel. The last day, the day before the exam, is not to study. It is really not about studying. This is the day you have to take a break, guys. You've done enough. You've done a lot. You've done a humongous amount of work and studying. So please, please, please take a break. Do something fun. Paint. Listen to music. Spend time with your kids. Unwind. Clean out that drawer that's been piling up with all those notes and paperwork and all that you don't really need. Even though that's not a real break, it'll take your mind away from all these books and notes, and you need a fresh mind. You're going to need that fresh mind for the next day, which is the day of the exam. So please, please, please take that break, do something fun, do something nice, lay around. If you only watch YouTube videos for fun, hey, watch YouTube videos. I usually bake with my son. He's 4.5 and he's a lot of fun to be around. So I do think it's very relaxing, very therapeutic, and extremely enjoyable to be with him and spend time with him. That's what I'd like to do if I'm not working the day before the exam. So in some of my videos, I've increased this time to 2 days before the exam, take 2 days off before the exam, and I've received some angry comments about it, saying, Divya, be practical. And I agree, guys, let's be practical. I took 2 days off and did not look at my books and notes for one particular exam. And I'll share that with you. It's the SHRM exam. And the reason for that was that I was exhausted. I was so tired. I was mentally fatigued. And I was really, really worried that if I didn't take the 2 days off, I will not be able to make it through the 4 hours of the exam because it's an intense 4 hours. I'm just sharing my experience here. So here's my suggestion. Definitely take the 1 day, but if it's 1 to 2 days, a day and a half, maybe a day, and then the evening, the prior evening to be taken off, definitely consider it and do it, guys. But the last day, the day before the exam, is non-negotiable. You just need it off. Get a good night's sleep and then go for the exam. Tip number 3. Be prepared for the exam. So you should know how long your certification exam is, whether it's 4 hours, 5 hours, does it allow a break or not, and time it accordingly. I usually like to keep my exams in the mornings, but not very early morning. Like I think 10 a.m. is a decent early morning start because it gives time to make lunch in the morning, pack lunch for my kids, and ensure I can commute and reach the exam place on time. So these are important pointers for the day of the exam, and do ensure that you carry some sort of snack, guys. Something filling, something that would give you the glucose rush if you needed it. If you're taking a break, whether it's timed or scheduled or not, ensure you have that snack and water bottle handy so you can hydrate yourself, you can rush to the bathroom, you can come back and grab that heavy snack so that you last through the entire lengthy period of this intense certification exam. And I know most of the exams out there are intense. So I hope that you agree with me. Have it at a decent hour and carry food with you, good food with you. Of course, breakfast is non-negotiable the day of the exam, so ensure that you have a good breakfast. So here it was, guys, my 3 tips for the day of the exam and the week or the month prior. So as I said, we assume that we've led up to the day of the exam or led up to the last lap of studying for the certification exam. Once again, I do hope these videos are helping you. Thank you so much for watching.